We are live. 11 life paths and everyone else, okay? We are officially in the new Earth shift right now. This is going to be one of my most important lives that I'm going to talk about. We're going to talk about the April 8th eclipse that's going to happen, okay? We're going to talk about why it's so important and what's happening right now. What's happening in the world? Why are things getting so weird? What is happening with Russia? What is happening with Iran? What's happening with Israel? What's happening with all these countries getting into a conflict all of a sudden? Okay, I want you guys to know right now, from now until the end of this year, nothing is going to be random. Nothing is going to be random from now to the end of the year. Everything is orchestrated, everything is planned. Everything is planned in order for you to be in a relegated state of consciousness. They do not want you to wake up to who you truly are. Okay? They know you're a light being. They know that the angle of light is within you. Okay, so they know that. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to further promote violence. They're trying to further promote degeneracy. They're trying to further promote fear in order for you to not know the truth, to not know that you're an intergalactic, interplanetary being. Okay, so I know that people are starting to get contacted now. There are people that are remembering that they're from the Orion starseed, they're from the Lyrian starseed, okay, Arcturian starseeds, Palladian starseeds. So there's many starseeds right now. Okay, that's exactly what's going on. Now, I want you guys to know that on April 8th, they're launching, I think it's like 2 rockets or something to the sky, to the shadow of the moon. And the reason why they're trying to actually do is that because they're trying to manipulate the energy of the earth, okay? They're trying to have everyone chipped up. They're trying to have everyone chipped up. They're trying to control everyone, but it's not going to work anymore. It's not going to work anymore, and I'll tell you why. The reason why it's not going to work anymore is because they know that we know that the chosen ones have woken up, that we are now awake. You know how many people message me and tell me that they're starting to dream about what? So people are actually, here's what's happening, right? Because people have opened their heart and they've altered the state of their consciousness, they can dream things that are happening in not just parallel realities, but even further future down the road, and their dreams are starting to come true. So that's exactly what's happening right now. People's dreams are starting to come true right now. And with the proliferation of these alien, you can call them alien or you can call them interdimensional being contact, we are starting to learn that life doesn't just exist in this planet. Life actually exists in many planets, and our light, the light that we have, so we are right now projecting. Here's what's happening with the new earth. We are finding out that we're basically in a game. Okay, so we're basically like, let's say in a Mario game. So you are playing from outside the console, and the character is within the console, but you are projecting onto that character. So you have a self that is somewhere else, and that self is actually giving you messages while you're in this matrix, so this simulated matrix. Now, I want you to understand this. The movie The Matrix was not just a documentary. It was a real life scenario. Now, I've spoken to this one girl, very intelligent, very intuitive, 11 life path woman. She's told me something so remarkable. She's told me that these dark beings basically have a lot of humanity inside of a water tube, just like they show in the Matrix. They have them somewhere inside of a water tube, and what they're doing is that they're trying their best to keep their energy within the water tube so these guys can't descend. Great, Kat. Great. This is going to be a great session. So that's what's happening right now. And now with the whole CERN project, what they're trying to do is that they're trying to open portals for these intergalactic beings to enter our reality. That's what they want to happen, right? So, because they're trying to open portals, see, when you open a portal, here's the scary part about opening a portal. Yes, you can have good beings come in, but with the good beings, you can have Nephilim. You can have different types of reptilian hybrid creatures starting to creep into our reality. That's exactly what they're trying to do. That's what their plan is. This is why, let me tell you something right now. If you guys have watched the movie Stranger Things, in Stranger Things, they've shown that there's creatures from different worlds that have entered Earth. Okay, they're all trying to propagate this for this, but it's not going to work, and I'll tell you why it's not going to work. And it's not going to work for us because we're changing timelines. We're starting to remember the star seeds that we are. So if you have done the inner work, if you have, see, your heart is a coil. I want you to know your heart is the most sophisticated technology to ever exist on the face of this earth. It's your heart. Okay, so your heart is the cave. Your heart is the cave that you go into. And with certain breathing exercises, you actually extend the heart. So once you've extended the heart, right, what ends up happening is that there's gamma waves, there are theta waves, there are beta waves, okay? So there's different types of waves. For you to get into, I think it's the theta wave that you have to actually get into in order for you to ascend, in order for you to tap in. So if you are not getting any visions right now, I promise you, it could be that you are not actually breathing properly. You're not doing vipassana that they say. You're not breathing properly. And this is why I've talked about this in my dream with this new earth. I promise you there has to be a lot of inner work that is done because we're going back home. This is freaking exciting. So if you're a Palladian, you're going back. And I see 1212 right now. You know, this is exciting news. We are about to go back home. And right when you're about to go back home, right when you're about to achieve the goal, that's when the devil, and I'm not talking about an exterior being or a boogeyman that lives under your bed. I'm talking about the yin and the yang characters that are located within your body. So it's you fighting the flesh. It's you crucifying that part of your body, right? Once you have successfully worked towards crucifying, and this is why even what is measured, if you looked at ancient Egypt thought, right, the tablets and everything, what they measure is they measure your heart. Your heart is measured. Okay? Hang on there, guys. Your heart is measured. This is why with what's going on with the new earth, your heart has to get cleansed in order for you to actually ascend to these different dimensions. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now from Manley P Hall. Okay. Manley P Hall said in his work, and this is very beautiful what he said, okay? Let me see if I can find this, because he actually talks about magnetism, and you know how much I emphasize on magnetism and how important it is. Okay, before we get to that, here's what I found. I want to talk a little bit about the CIA gateway process, okay? So with the gateway process, you have to know that the Monroe Institution, they've actually hemi-synced people's brains. So hemi-sync is when you get into synchronization, you have enough gray matter in the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of your brain for you to actually get synchronizations and for you to actually ascend to a point where you are basically contacted, so you're in tuned with higher dimensional frequencies, okay? So think about a radio, okay? Think about a radio, right? So a radio, what simply happens is that when you change the channel, you alter the state of vibration for that physical object, and nothing is physical at its essence. So for that physical object to pick in a different dimension in order for it to process that wavelength and deliver to you guys. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So just like that, your mind and your body is like a radio, okay? Better than a radio. Hang on there, guys. Just gonna. This is about to get super interesting. So a lot of people are like, oh, I can't hear God. I can't hear God. And the reason why the vast majority of people can't hear God is because they keep on thinking. You have to let the mind go into stillness. Once the mind is still, you start to get into hemisync. Now, this is the self-programming cycle, okay? Because here's what's happening. These evil forces, they are propagating against you via television, tell a lie to your vision, okay? Through newscasting, through broadcasting. Broadcast. What do you cast? A spell. And you do it in a broader sense. And that's what they're exactly trying to do with this new earth, right? The Bible talks about the new earth too, that we're moving. There is going to be a new earth that comes, and we are officially in the new earth now. So for you to break these chains of programming, you have to understand the reticulating activating system. Guys, if you understand the heart and the mind, you're done from this matrix. Your heart and your mind. Okay, by the way, guys, if you can hear me properly, please throw in a 1. I love you guys. Throw in a 1 if you can hear me properly. I would really, really appreciate it, okay? Now, your thought, your emotion, your belief, your confirmation, and your conviction, okay? Your thought, what you think of, your thinking starts to create your reality, okay? The more positive things you think, you start to actually timeline shift. So you're shifting a timeline and you're going into a direction of positive thinking. With your thought, your emotions, this is why Neville Goddard, he said that feeling is the secret. Okay, I want you guys to understand, a lot of people are going to have a cognitive dissonance going into this new earth because a lot of people are going to try to force things, and it's not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that because now the power of manifestation is coming. It's getting realer. The power of visualization is here. Your visualization, and science has proved these things, that your thought, your visualization, there's just a timeline shift, and your timeline shifts as soon as your inner alchemy shifts, okay? Now, your thought, your emotion, your belief. Now, there's 2 types of people, right? One type of people are people that are opportunists, okay? They look for opportunities in every single scenario or situation. They look for an opportunity. And then there's people that have a belief that usually, if I'm going to be very honest with y'all, it's ancestral. So it comes from the ancestors. It comes from, for a lot of people, it comes from lack. It comes from deprivation. Now, I'm not saying for everyone, but for a lot of people, that is what's happening. How are you going to break the karmic chains? Now that really, really depends on you. So it's your belief, your conviction, and your confirmations, okay? So these are your superpowers moving into New Earth, okay? Now let's talk about April 8th. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. From last year, from last year, end of last year. I did not know on April 8th we're going to have a solar eclipse. I did not know last year. I said that during April, 111 days on April 20th, something major could happen. That's what I said last year, end of last year. That's what I said. But what I'm getting now is that our mind is so powerful that if we collectively start to think more positive thoughts, they can't do nothing. They can't do nothing to us, especially if you are a contacted star seed. Now, if you are a star seed, I want you to know that you're not human. You are not even human, okay? So, again, you could be Palladian, you could be Arcturian. Now, Arcturian, I've seen beings in my dreams, like I'm going to tell you right now, that this, like, I'm going to tell you something right now. This earth right now, it's a very dense place for the chosen ones. If you're chosen, you probably leave the earth a lot. You probably alter the state of your consciousness, and you're back in Palladia, or you're back in Arcturia, you're back in your stars. You're back in those stars, okay? Now, I want you to know that you being born on a certain day was no coincidence. It was no coincidence. This is why what I'm saying right now in this live is that if you get to know thyself properly, you'll get to know your missions. And once you find out your missions, they say the two most important days are the day you were born and the day you find out why you were born. I believe until you don't figure out the day you were born and you don't integrate the day you were born with your life path, with your numbers, if you don't figure that out, it's very hard for you to figure out your purpose of being born. Like, even if you look at what Plato said, all these people knew that the secret codes are within numbers, okay? The secret codes are within numbers. So once you figure out your birthday and then you figure out your life path and you figure out your birthday and everything else, you'll eventually start to find out your mission. Now, I've had a lot of people that, want to ascend, and they've asked me, they're like, Arsalan, why can't I leave? Why can't I leave out of this place anymore? And I'm like, it's because you're still on a mission. You still haven't completed your mission. So once we are done our mission on Earth, we are going to be gone. We are going to be gone, okay? Now, with what's happening on April 8th, there's a declassified document. And I think it was like 40 years ago, and I have it. It's on my Twitter. I've retweeted it. And in there that they are planning some sort of attack, okay, on April 8th. And if you look at the situation with what's going on in Russia, Iran, and Israel, like if you look at what's going on with these countries, now, to me, it does seem like they are planning something big, okay? They are planning something big. But I'll tell you this right now. First of all, you have to know that the power is within you. Okay, you have to know that no matter what these dark beings do, once you're tapped in, it's over for these dark beings. Like it's over for these beings, okay? And that's what they're afraid of. So even though now they have these things planned out, and another thing I want to say to you guys is, guys, please be very careful with a lot of these celebrities that you might listen to, because some of these celebrities, like I've noticed that a lot of people are very gullible and they fall into like the controlled opposition, what they're saying, and like they fall into their agenda. I promise you, the rabbit hole goes so deep. The rabbit hole goes so deep that it's actually crazy. So, with what's coming in April, with the energy of April, I will tell you this right now. If you have a positive mindset, because I need you to know something right now. Every single second you are shedding, every single minute you are becoming a new person, every single minute you are going into a different timeline. So with the power of the mind, with the alteration of the heart frequencies, with with the theta waves, okay, with resonance, with the Schumann frequency, the new frequency is here. The new earth is here. And there's nothing that's stopping the star seeds anymore. So if you have developed, and I always say this, think, act, and feel. If you thought about it, if you've acted on a certain program, because you can't just think, you have to make sure that you have set a certain circumstance to receive blessings. Whether that's by buying gold, silver, crypto, having a website, whatever it is, you have to make sure that you have operated, that you have set a certain circumstance to get blessed, because nothing is random. I hope if I have to emphasize on this, I probably will, okay? The Master Element 6. That's a very powerful energy, Aquarius. It's very, very powerful energy. If you're a double 11, that's a very powerful energy, okay? If you have not set a certain circumstance to receive the blessings, then you have to question how strong is your faith. Now, again, I want you to know with this new earth, your feeling, my friend, is going to be the real secret. Why you win or you lose, okay? If you feel like you cannot do things, if you feel like you're not worthy enough, if you feel like you don't deserve it, if you feel like $0, if you feel like nothing is propagating for you, then that's going to be your reality. Because feeling is the secret. And for my beautiful, beautiful people, all you guys that have been working hard, that have been setting certain scenarios to get blessed, that have been perpetual, that have forgave, that have worked, and I'm not saying forget, I'm not telling you to forget, but have forgave, because in forgiveness, you're the one that's finding nirvana, and you have done the work, and you've even been contacted by the Palladians or the beings from Orion, and you're about to ascend soon, whatever it is, you know that the new earth is going to be filled with beauty. Look, guys, in this earth right now, we're fucking paying for food. We're paying for water. We're paying for rent. We're being taxed for buying food. We're being taxed on our income. We're being taxed for us dying and paying these guys death tax? What? What? Guys, we've been in perpetual tyranny for a long time now. Act like him, you treat it like one. Exactly. Yep. If you act like you're a peasant, And I don't really like using these words. If you act like there's no opportunity out there, if you act like you're not worth $1 million, because you truly are. Why? Because the light is within you. And this is what the new earth, this is what's happening with the new earth. People are being now contacted. I have friends, and I'm very, very, very blessed for having my channel and having so many beautiful people reach out to me, and having so many of these stories, so many of these interactions of what I've heard of with people being contacted by different species, right? And being told that it's almost done. It's almost done. We're almost done on Earth. We're almost done here, guys. We're almost done here. But please, please, please listen to this carefully, because if you can take this from the conversation, you have no idea how big of a blessing this is. Please set certain circumstances in your life. Whether that's crypto, whether that's stocks, whether that's buying gold, whether that's buying silver, whether that's opening a new website, because I told you guys, there's 3 things to this: think, act, and feel. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Karen. If you can't think it, well, guess what? You're not aligning yourself to that timeline. If you can't act on your thought, guess what? You don't have conviction with your thought. You're not convicted to it. You're just playing around. You're just playing around. You're just playing around. And then if you feel it, if you can feel what it feels to get $1 million, if you can feel what it feels to be loved, a lot of people have these blockages. Why? Because a lot of people feel like they're not worthy of it. A lot of people don't feel like they're worthy of a good body. People don't feel like they're worthy of a good man, worthy of a good woman, worthy of money. When you start to open these blockages, and I've told you, what? Vipassana, Brahmacharya for men. I've been lacking on that. I'm not going to lie. I'm being honest. I don't want to sound like a fucking hypocrite. I've been lacking on Brahmacharya, okay? But once you start to do these spiritual practices, this is what the new earth shift is. Forget about the fear mongering. I promise you, forget about the fear mongering. Forget about all these people telling you, oh, we're all going to end up like this. We're all going to end up like that. We're all going to end up like this. The reason, why do you think they're programming you on the news so much? You know why they do that? You know why they broadcast a spell on you? What you cast? You cast a spell. Etymology, one-on-one right now. Do you know why they broadcast spells on you? Because they know the power of your collective mind. They know the power of your collective mind. They know that if these people collectively start to think something, it ends up happening. They know it. They have it in the ancient tablets. They have it in their ancient tablets. It's all the treasure that they've hidden. And you know what's happening? Guess what? People are starting to dream the knowledge that they have, because their time is over now. Their time is over. Okay? The new earth is here, baby. The new earth is here. You either get in resonance with the frequency, like Nikola Tesla said. Everything is frequency, energy, and vibration. And I'm paraphrasing what he said. You either get with the frequency of the new earth, or you get decimated. You get decimated. If you keep on if you keep on collectively thinking with other people that there's going to be war, there's going to be this, there's going to be that, guess what? You're bringing that timeline into existence. Every night you dream. Right now is when you are dreaming right now. I'm telling you right now, this is a dream. You watching me on this on your phone or on your laptop, this is a dream. You know what's not a dream? You know what's not a dream? When you go to bed. When you go to bed and you get all those visions, that's not a dream. This is a dream. And in this dream that you're watching me on right now, with the iPhone, you might have an iPhone that has a bitten apple, right? Right now, if you want to get back connected with who you are, go back into nature. We've neglected Mother Gaia for too long. You have to understand that everything that you see outside of you, the sun, the moon, the stars, the trees, everything that exists outside of you exists within you. The tree of life is within you. So when you go out in Mother Nature and you touch trees, and let's say you kiss trees and you hug trees, don't be fucking shameful about these things, because this is our primordial makeup to be in love with nature. What am I telling you? When I did plant medicine, I still remember the two messages I got. These two messages, for some reason, I can never forget these two messages. Number one, they want you to live in a boxed office, drive a boxed car, work in a boxed cubicle, and think within a box. They want you to live within a box. They don't want you to think outside the box, because as soon as you think outside the box, you've broke the programming that they've set up on you, right? And another thing that they want from you, and this one might hurt some people, and it might be controversial, but I'm going to be honest with you. They want to break the family unit. They want to break the family structure. They want to put the woman against the man, the man against the woman. They want to put the black against the white against the black. They want to cause division. They want to keep on doing that. And this is what's happening right now with the new earth. I don't know if you've all noticed it, but with new earth right now, we're all starting to come together, because we're all understanding that, no, just because you're a different skin color does not mean you're my enemy. Just because they program me to think that you're a bad person does not mean you're actually a bad person. No, you're actually my brother and sister in humanity. No, you're an actual starseed. No, you actually have God's light within your body. So I'm here to respect you. You see what I mean? So this is the new earth. Stop falling for this fear-mongering bullshit that they're telling you. I promise you, it's BS. My whole point being said right now is that I honestly, I'm going to get straight to the point right now with all you beautiful people right now, okay? On the live, I know we have Ashley, we have Stefan, we have Karen, we have Jara. With all my beautiful people right now that are on this live, I want you to understand, it's time I don't have to say more than that. I don't have to say more than that. Their programming and their tactics are not going to work anymore. They're not going to work anymore. Okay? They're not going to work anymore. And the reason being said is because us collectively are way too powerful. Our light is way too powerful. And this is why they fear our light. Let me tell you something right now. I've had, I remember I was going through a phase of like intense darkness in my life, like intense, like possession. I've been before previously in my life, I've been possessed before, okay? I'm not trying to scare the fuck out of anyone, but I've been possessed before. And I remember back to back, I would get like these fucking horror dreams, like horror, like not even like normal, like crazy dreams, like where I would just see insane shit. And I would, like some days I would wake up sweating, or some nights I would wake up sweating and I'd be like, what is going on? Like I felt like I was getting possessed or whatever, right? I still remember this one dream. Okay? And in this dream, there was like this ugly creature, this very nasty creature. And it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And here's what I learned in that dream, okay? My fear was making that creature bigger and bigger and bigger. My fear, me fearing that creature, is making it bigger and bigger and bigger. As soon as I became aware in that dream, wait a second. The power is not with this. The power is not with this fucking being. Okay? The power is within me. I was this tiny in my dream, like this tiny. And this monster was like huge. Okay? As soon as I activated my mind, I swear to God, this monster started tripping the fuck out. It started tripping the fuck out. And I started becoming bigger. And I started becoming so strong. And this monster lost all its power. What am I saying to you guys? I still remember driving downtown. And I was literally thinking about fear. I'm like thinking about fear. I'm like, what is fear? Like, what is fear? Because understand one thing, fear is one of the biggest blockages from getting you shifted into your timeline. Okay, it's fear. Fear is what, like, once you operate from the state of fear, you actually cause a dissonance between you and like the timeline that you want to be in. And I'm like, what is fear? I swear to God. And this is where harmonious synchronization comes in, because everything is synchronized. I swear to God, I still remember driving and I saw a car parked ahead of me, and it's on my Instagram. You can check it on my Instagram. It's on one of my posts. So if you go on one of my pictures and you scroll to the right, you'll see that plate. I posted it on. And on that plate, it said, "Fear not." It said, "Fear not." Our fears are fucking unreal. Take the leap of faith. God is with you. The new earth is here, baby. We are manifesting like we're on steroids. We are manifesting love. We're manifesting light. We're manifesting people. We're manifesting our tribe. We're manifesting the riches. We're manifesting great partners. We're manifesting. Everything is happening now. If you live from the now moment, you become a present. When you become present, you become a gift. As soon as you go too much to the future, as soon as you go too much to the past, you start to cause fear. It starts to cause fear. It starts to cause fear. Now with this new earth that's coming on right now, okay? New earth. Now I'm going to read this from Manley P Hall. Okay, Manley P Hall said, a successful magnetic healer must have considerable magnetism available to him. If his own supply is highly limited, or if he is unable to form a channel to the general source of magnetism, he will not be successful long. What the fuck? Hear that out. So if you're unable to form a tube, because you have to understand, what you see with your eyes is 0.005%, because your retina can only interpret 0.005% of light. So this is what I'm telling you. If your heart is not activated, you don't know what's going on. If your heart is not activated, you don't know what's going on. So I'm going to end this session by saying, understand that the light is within you. Okay, if you look at the books of number in the Bible, okay, in the books of number it says God is not a human. God is light. It says that in the books of number, okay, in the Bible. So understand once our light codes are activated, right? Once your light code is activated, and how do you activate the light codes? It's by cleaning the blood within your body. This is why they have blood sacrifices, whatever, because you have to clean. You have to go into a cleansing mode. You have to kill these parasites that are within your body. Okay? That's why they push it so hard. Fear weakens. Exactly. All that being said, be ready for April. I don't think anything big is going to happen. I think if anything big like that ends up happening, it's because we are the ones that manifested that. If we collectively start to think more positive, we're going back. We're going back to the star seeds that we're where we're from. Okay. All that being said, have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. 11 life paths and everyone else. Have yourself a wonderful